All right, so
All
they've
right.
already started their game.
Ah! We're going into it. So we got Mordred versus Murakumo. Yes, Marcus, here you go. We have the Hyuga coming on in. I don't think we're going to be seeing some gross weasels coming out. But let's
The
see,
Weasel
man.
player didn't make it tonight. Right, so looking into this Mordred, as we've seen BBExceed play, I think this is his third time on stream. Calling out that spicy 5k. He has to guard that 5k, or else he just takes the damage anyway. Unless he chooses to retire it with the
That's a
Masquerade skill.
kind of scary board. And like the fact that he's using Masquerade so early to search out the pieces he needs, he's already set up for his grade 3 turn. So you know he's going to have Blaster Darks and Mordred already in hand. So you almost guaranteeing that this man is going to set up his grade 3 turn, his first grade 3 turn with 2 or 3 force markers plus restands. Because he is in fact going second. So on his first grade 3 turn, his opponent's already going to be at grade 3. So he's going to have the full effect of Mordred already active. And so he's going to be swinging for some pretty nuts numbers with restands. So in this situation, I wouldn't say it was good that he went second, but he is going to get the full effect of his Mordred, assuming he's got a Mordred and a Blaster Dark in hand here.
Ooh, he's playing Zimbaku. So I could tell from the fact that he rode an arrestor. But so it's not looking like we're seeing I don't know, if he puts in he's playing Hyuga as well, it's gonna be interesting because I think it's I personally wouldn't put them together. I think I'd make Hyuga its own deck. Maybe you could splash in Shiryuki, but its engine is pretty big.
Oof!
Wow, that's gonna
Heel
hurt.
front. What's up, dog? Hello, my name is RNG. Nice to meet you. Oh, Jesus,
Oh, and then the
relax.
heal.
Chill. There
Players are
children
sacking
watching.
out here.
I think you need to stop. All right, so here comes the sexy response. Okay, riding PBD.
Hold on, excuse
Very
me, Quinlan.
smart. This is actually an incredibly smart play because even if he has Mordred in his hand, it doesn't matter if he gets restanders. He doesn't want to push the Zimbaku up to 3 damage, and he wants to be able to counterblast 1, ditch 1, erase his entire field. So this is actually a very, very huge, big brain play because he does not want to push the Murakumo player up too high, using that Swordbreaker skill just to draw a little bit more. And of course, we're most likely going to see his PBD skill for 1 counterblast and ditching. Of course, those the 3 units. We're going to see an entire wipe to the field. So even though he had the Blaster Dark, and I'm assuming, the
Okay,
Blaster
so
Dark
he's
and
killing
the
the
Mordred,
Blaster Dark.
yeah, and we know he has the Masquerade in hand. So he's going to be able to call back that Blaster Dark out of the drop zone. And he's going to be able to move into his second grade 3 ride with a pretty strong play. So, yeah, he is going to no-guard that. And a crit? Don't do it to him. Okay. So that's going to be a sexy 3 damage. So everything I kind of said is now out the window, considering that he did just give Murakumo 4 damage. And so this might be potentially scary because if he can get if he has a left arrestor in hand, or a right arrestor in hand, left arrestor in hand, we will see a full lock come out.
I don't know how possible that is, though, considering the 2 left arrestors are in damage and 1 left arrestor is in
Yeah, there's the right arrestor.
is in drop. So he's only got 1 arrestor left, either in deck or in hand.
Oh, and he didn't even use skill?
I think it's in deck. Yep. He searched out the right arrestor.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
pretty
no,
sure.
he didn't search anything out. He didn't even use skill.
He just called it.
Wait, actually, how did he counterblast?
No, I think he called it.
Yeah, so I think he's actually, I'm not too sure, to be honest. That's a lot of damage, though. So, taking that spicy damage.
Double crit him.
Yeah, that's fun. That's a lot of fun. So he's going to have a lot of counterblast to work with going into this second grade 3 ride. And if he does have Mordred, this can actually be potentially scary. So he is actually running kind of the old Murakumo, just Shiryuki Zimbaku build. So you're most likely going to have that Shiryuki coming out defensively, because the good part about Shiryuki in this matchup specifically, which is probably why he's gotten so far with Murakumo in this tournament today, is when you minus 10k the entire front row, it almost negates the power that Mordred gives the Blaster Darks. Of course, because you can restand the Blaster Darks to get plus 10k, but Shiryuki provides that minus 10k to the front row, which is just making the Blaster Darks hitting for smaller numbers. So with that Shiryuki online, he is going to be able to eliminate some of the effects from Mordred. So we'll see if that's going to come into play during this matchup. Oof. Yeah, there's Blast Strike. And he also doesn't have... I'm assuming at this point he just doesn't have Mordred. Because I can't imagine he wanted to stay on PBD. Maybe he wants it just for the Vanguard crit. And he's just kind of trying to pressure him with Vanguard swings. Knowing that, you know, possibly Shiryuki's going to have that. So there's the mask. Going to put the Blast Strike back in hand.
And he dropped out the Curse Lancer earlier, so he can countercharge for when he gets the Mordred.
Yeah, there it is.
Yep, there it is.
Out, thrown onto that crit trigger. Smart play. You know, considering that he did get that crit kind of for free. Counterblast 1, that's going to be a plus 10k. And he's going right into battle phase. So this is going to be swinging for 2 damage. He's going to have to PG or full guard that. That's the PG. That's a draw. Very good in this situation. And a crit. Forcing him to guard another column. My God. So that is, yep, a 1-card guard. And for a nice 1 damage. Doesn't even want it. Wants to stay at 4. Dropping that that front trigger. So now we're in another situation where this is very scary for the Mordred player for BBExceed. At 5 damage, that double crit last turn, really swinging the momentum into Liri's favor here. China, what are your thoughts about what he's got to do this turn to really secure the advantage?
I think at this point he's hoping that he has a right arrestor in hand. Might be searching it. We'll see what happens if he searches out the left arrestor right now. Yep, there it is. So I think he's got the right in hand. We might see a full stun going on right now, and I think that's going to be really important going forwards. He does call out some other units first, so he might not actually have the right one.
Actually, no, so you can't full lock unless you call the left arrestor.
Oh, yeah, you're right,
with
you're right.
Zanbaku's skill. So there
It's
actually is going to be nothing. So he could make it so that he wasn't able to stand, but he could make it so he can't ride. But either way, we're into battle phase. We're going to drop that PG. Does not want to deal with the Zanbaku attack. Not even going to Shiryuki him. That is going to be a heal. Does not go off. So this is going to, he's going to put the power most likely on that arrestor. Yep, so 24 and 17 are they going to attack. Oh, wait, was he? Maybe he wants to make it so this doesn't hit? Yeah, oh, wait, he's supposed to swing a Blast Strike. So forced him to use more resources to get that back, just in case he does go into the Mordred here. Okay, so there's the Mordred.
Mordred coming out.
Yep, absolutely. Force marker going on to Vanguard. Interesting.
Probably because we get another one with the Blaster Dark. Yep.
Yep, Blaster Dark. Let's put that on rear guard right there. Okay. And Blaster Dark skill, going to retire. Let's see what he retires. I'm assuming he's going to retire the back row. Obviously, he's not going to get rid of the arrestor. So he might retire the grade 2. Yeah, so there goes the back row, grade 1. Of course, that was the choice of the Murakumo player for you guys at home. There's the Curse Lancer going over the... Wait, what?
Like the other Curse Lancer. I think the issue here is that the Murakumo player can't Shiryuki anymore. He's got no soul whatsoever.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, and he's got the other BD. So he's possibly going to have to guard 5 different attacks.
And he can't Shiryuki. Oh, man, that sucks.
He can't Shiryuki anymore.
So that's going to be going most likely to the other rear guard. Yeah, 220k attacks. That's so scary. I'm assuming he's going to move that Curse Lancer. Wait, he's not going to move the Curse Lancer around?
No, because the Blaster Dark restands.
Oh, my brain is so small.
So he's now has to guard every single attack this turn.
Yeah, here comes 33k, restanding with 20k each. There's the PG. Now he's going to deal with 2 30k columns, assuming there's no triggers. Dropping the Shiryuki, so he did have the Shiryuki in hand. There's the draw trigger, 30k and 40k attacks now. Can he guard them both? If he can't guard it, I'm assuming he's going to take it. There's 1 heal trigger from hand. Can he guard the 40k? That's a 25k, 30k guard. There it is, just barely squeaking by. Now momentum going to be shifting towards the Murakumo player. Both players sitting at 5, but... if he doesn't get a reride, this isn't going to be that very scary of a soul. Zanbaku not online. There's Zangeki with Zanbaku in soul. This is now going to be quite a scary turn. We do know he has a PG in hand. He's not going to activate that Shiryuki skill like you said he cannot. But left arrestor on field getting plus 5k. Zanbaku in soul, which means the Zangeki skill is online And he's swinging at the rear guards, getting rid of the interceptors. Zangeki at Vanguard. It's going to be with no crit. Yeah, so you cannot call grade zeros. Other than grade zeros.
Yes, yeah, only grade zeros.
Ooh,
No
dry
triggers.
check.
That's pretty unfortunate. There's the heal.
Can he fully guard this? I don't know if he has another trigger in hand. He does have that trigger in hand. That's going to be that. 9K going to swing, but it's not going to have anything, so he is going to get the Shuriki search. I'm assuming he's going to soul charge with that. He's not going to put a Shuriki in hand. Wait.
Yeah, in the absolute worst case, he could have intercepted as well. Because it doesn't block interceptors.
Yeah, okay, so Shuriki is going in hand. So now he is going to have a Shuriki available to guard for this turn. He has 3 cards in soul. So this potentially going to be moving into the last turn here. No counter blast available, which means Mordred's skill is not online. And I don't think there's any counter charge left in his deck unless he runs just a ton of Cursed Lancers. Nope, he's just going right into it. So 33K, 20K, and 23K, we are going to see the Shiryuki almost guaranteed. So only one of these attacks is even going to hit now. So now going to this 20, so it's going to 13K against his 17. Doesn't even hit. He's going to have to go Vanguard swing next to see if he gets a trigger. So this is 13 to a 17. PG not even going to deal with it. Crit going to be going to PG.
That's what he needed.
Second trigger? No, I think he doesn't have to guard. This should be the easy crit trigger guard, and that's it. Oh, yeah, sorry, the grade 1. That's it. Which means now it's going back to the Murakumo player on Zangeki still. He should have left it in soul, which means he can't guard with anything. He has only 1 card to guard with for this turn, almost guaranteeing that he cannot guard this. Swing has 1 interceptor. Vanguard swing, going to make it probably even a 1 to pass or just no guard. Okay, 2 to pass. I didn't even know he had a heal trigger in his hand. Oh, no. There's no reason to commit it. Yeah, put it on the grade 2, more attacks, and a second crit.
No.
His man's brain is huge. That's going to be that. I cannot see any situation where he lives this. That's going to be 2. Oh, what the heck?
It's probably, oh, the miracle heal.
What? No freaking way.
I think
He
we need a
had
counter of how many
exact-
miracle heals we've seen.
This man is a god. Murakumo does not win yet. We are back on the Shadow Paladin player's turn. The Cursed Lancer as well, giving him a counter charge. Not even going to need to use it. This man is an absolute monster. He has double crit in hand, so this is possibly going to be able to guard. That's a 1 to pass. Can he hit it? No, he can't. 1 crit trigger left in hand. He's going to have to guard with... No, he can't guard, and that means that BBExceed is going to be moving... Oh, wait, I'm sorry. It's best of 3. I'm not too far ahead of myself, but BBExceed is going to take game number 1. That was absolutely insane. Holy crap. So we're going into game number 2.
I want to counter on how many miracle heals we've seen on stream. I think it's at least like 6 by now.
Ridiculous. Wait, what are they even doing? Are they resetting the game?
Yeah.
Back out.
Resetting the back out and join back in because resetting the game is really funky in CFA.
Oh wait. Oh, that it's just not showing me. Okay, I have to leave and go back in.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say I'm like this looks so awkward.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
God, that was so funny.
Liri has rode the perfect card. So 7K base, but he gets to filter out a dead card in his hand or something he would rather not have.
Dude, that was so funny.
Wow. BBExceed hitting the early draw. So a little bit early aggression, pushing with that Rainy Madam. Front trigger, not going to do very much at the time, but let's see how he responds. Does he have the Blaster Dark ride? He does. Alright. Probably going to be using one of those counter blasts to retire that for the free, or to have the ability to get Twin Drive. pitching another Blaster Dark, so we can assume he's probably got another piece to fetch that back. There's the Masquerade. So you can just grab it right back. Doesn't even matter. It's like he didn't discard anything in the first place.
Huge brain. Drive check, going to be a grade 2, grade 1. The domain, he might need to search out his pieces a little bit later. Domain, of course, allows him to bring Swordbreakers onto the field, so it is a free way to get card draw, of course, fueling the PBD skill. But we are now on Zanbaku, only with one Counterblast available. Going to use that Counterblast just to search out a left arrestor, setting up for the next play. So Zingeki on the field as well, swinging just for that spicy 12k, not finding a trigger. I'm going to have to guard these next 2 attacks because you really do not want to be at 4 damage against the Zingeki build. Of course, most Murakumos don't really always no guarding it. Okay.
No defensive triggers. Granted, it's only a 5k guard for the last attack, but that's still unfortunate that he has to drop a 15k and over guard, especially since you might want that trigger for later in the Zangeki turn. Although since he called it, most builds only run 1 to 2 Zangeki.
Yeah, that's what I was about to mention, yeah.
Might not even happen this game, but we'll see what happens.
Yep, so calling PBD, setting up with the domain, most likely going to be calling a Swordbreaker. I mean, he does have a ton of Counterblasts, so that Swordbreaker going to go onto the field, fuel the PBD skill, most likely going to be immediately using that PBD skill after the Counterblast 1 draw to wipe the board. So there's Swordbreaker skill going over there. Counterblast 1 going to draw a card just to add to the fuel here in the engine of Shadow Paladins. So let's see what he does with it. Go ahead, China.
I think calling the left arrestor there was probably a mistake, considering he'll just get retired next turn, or it's a target to attack. Even if he swings at you and you get the 3 counterblasts, like, it's a little risky having the left arrestor out so early.
And there goes Masquerade. Did he find anything with the Masquerade? I didn't catch that. What are they?
The Mordred that he just put out.
Oh, I didn't even see it. My brain's too small. Another Masquerade, hoping to find maybe a Blaster Dark. Oh, it saw a Blaster Dark come out, so... yeah, he's got to retire the Masquerade.
Oh, there we go.
Yep, see that Masquerade. So he did whip out a Blaster Dark. I'm assuming he's going to put that into his hand along with a Mordred. Let's see what he does. Oh, he put the Blaster Dark back. It's hard to tell when they burn so fast. Maybe he just was, I don't know. Okay, he didn't do it. So he's going to retire 3 cards, keep the main on the field. Maybe that was his logic. He didn't really need a Blaster Dark, so he just go ahead and kept it in the deck. Maybe he was looking for a second Mordred or something. Or he just wanted a way to shuffle his deck. But either way, Vanguard skill is going to clear their board. And it is going to take out the left arrestor that he kind of worked hard to Counterblast 1 and call.
So he just takes it. There's a Shiryuki in the damage, which is a little sad since you want to see that in your hand a lot of time.
Yeah, especially against the Mordred build.
Yeah. And he knows he's got a Mordred for next turn as well, and I believe he still has a Blaster Dark. He's got 2 more lefts.
All right, so there is 2 left arrestors from hands. Wait, I don't get it. Oh yeah, he called the wrong one. I was like, that's not okay. So that's full lock, which means he can't stand and he cannot ride. So maybe a little bit of a mistake pushing the Zanbaku player to 3 damage, but who knows? I'm not the one playing out there right now. These guys are the ones that are in losers semis. Made it very, very far in this tournament. Here comes Zen. Ooh, okay. So drive check. Lucky for him. Might have to just take this. That's going to be a draw trigger. Definitely what he needed in this situation. Go ahead and swung rear guard and pass turn. So cannot stand. So he just has an main to work with. Most likely going to see the main. Probably call a sword breaker. Just look for more of those parts. But because he's just not on Mordred, he can't even fuel the engine. Because if he was already on Mordred, he could just keep calling Blaster Darks just to at least build his board a little bit. So he's going to use that domain skill, most likely start out a Sword Breaker if he's got some more left. Yeah, because I think that's the only other real 5k unit you should still run in this deck.
Yeah, some people run the
Fierce Sword
5k grade 2.
Oh, yeah.
The one that's like, if you don't guard, counter blast, take a damage.
Yeah. So Masquerade probably going to search. Yeah, he's going to get that Blast Dark from drop and most likely place it over the, over itself. Because it has to soul charge anyway, so that is 15. Why is it 15? Oh, it's because it's thinking it's boosting. And that's Masquerade gives it plus 5k. I didn't think it did, but okay. Either way, Curse Lines are coming in, going to be able to countercharge one, and then of course, secondly. So I think we are going to see PBD skill. No, we're not. Okay, so he didn't want to clear his field, and Blastark's going to face. Most likely, it's going to take it. Yeah. Interesting play. I figured he would want to at least go off the left rester 2 turns in a row. Into fort skill is going to happen. So that's a huge swing to the Vanguard. I mean, 48 is a pretty hefty number. That's a 2-card guard. Pretty simple. And now we're moving into this possible final turn. If he has a Zengeki, you could almost just count this man out. Yeah, that's not going to be good for our good lad here with Excel 2. This is not looking that great. Going to have to hit a heal.
Ooh, the middle arrestor. Or center arrestor, I think it's actually called.
What does that card even do? If it is in the middle of the back row, this unit can attack a Vanguard from the back row. And if you have a Vanguard with Dueling Dragon in its card name, this unit gets plus 5k power for each other unit with Arrestor in its name. Wow. So that card is currently sitting at 19k that can swing by itself. That's pretty spicy. Ooh, was that a no guard?
I perfect guarded.
Okay, that crit went to the back row. So this is with crit, 19k and crit.
He can only guard with heal in hand.
He physically cannot guard every attack he's gonna have. He had to PG that because it is the only attack on the board doing 2 damage. So he's got to hope for a heal trigger.
Can he miracle heal out of it again?
Oh my god, if this guy can, I'm gonna cry. Can this man do it? If he gets a heal trigger, that's the end of the turn. Oh my god.
Oh, going to game 3.
I thought it happened. So game 3 is going on. I'm not gonna do the same thing this time, boys. Whoops. So go ahead and hop it on into game number 3. I want to hear your guys' thought in the chat. Who's gonna take it?
Classic Chaden man talk in the chat.
All right, and here we are, man. Game number 3 of the winners finals.
Well, the Shadow Paladin player going first, which, you know, standard you want to go first, but at the same time it allows the Zanbaku player to have the ability to lock you on their first grade 3 ride. So you just can assume you're not going to get to... I think you want to ride Mordred first in this case because you're not going to get to re-ride. Because you're not going to go to turn 3 without giving them a single damage. It's gonna end up riding the Cursed Lancer. I know it is, John. We've talked about this. It's gonna get a free Shirayuki search because of that 10k base, so it does not even matter.
Yeah, easy peasy. And so here we go, swinging that last one. No guarding it, nothing happening. Nice and spicy. So now we got, of course, because the Mordred player, which is BBExceed, won game number 1, he does have advantage in the set because it guarantees that if they go to a game 3, he will be starting first, which is exactly what we're seeing right now. So he is going to get that first grade 3 ride, which means he does kind of have to be careful because he doesn't want to be stuck in the same situation he was last time, where he pushed the Murakumo player to 3 damage and allowed him to full lock him while he was on PBD. So I think he should really spin this turn, getting the pieces out that he needs, but not going too aggressive. Yep, just like that. Very, very smart play. Swinging rear guard, just getting the drive check. Doesn't really care what it is. And then you saw he got the grade 1 Masquerade. So if we see a Blast Strike go in a drop zone, he is able to get it back. So no way to see a lock here. We could possibly see it so that he can't restand. I mean, sorry, that he can't ride. Yeah. So we have the soft lock, so he cannot. He can't
ride.
No,
He can't ride.
He can't run. Right. I tried words. Words are hard. So he can't ride, so it means that he is, in fact, stuck on PBD for this turn, which relieves a lot of the pressure from the Mordred itself, which is kind of the bad thing about riding into PBD first, because you don't really get your engine off at all.
I think it would have been far better to ride Mordred first.
Maybe he just didn't have it, so, stick with what he at least has. So it is his turn. He did get crit, pushed to 4 damage already. Cannot ride into Mordred. This is not looking fantastic, but it's not the worst situation I've ever seen.
We'll see if he can fight his way back through this. 4-1 damage is pretty rough no matter what your deck you're playing.
Yeah, especially if you're against Excel and a deck that has Zengeki in it. We 100% know he has at least 2 Zengekis, and we at least know he has 2 Shiryukis. So not 100% to what his build is, but clearly he is playing quite an aggressive build, considering he has that center arrestor in it as well. I've actually only seen one of them in his deck, so not 100% sure what his deck is. But hey, there's that grade 2 5K unit you were talking about.
Yeah, and here comes the Blaster Dark, but no Mordred to go along with it. So he's swinging for 38. Ooh, the heal will be super helpful.
Definitely needing that early, and the draw also going to be awesome to get an extra card into hand. Pushing for 1 damage here. Doesn't really want to... Oh, wait. No guard? All right, so he's going to take 1 damage, counterblast 1, take a damage. And he's cool with that. He's going to want to full lock him. He should know that he has a right arrestor in hand. Yeah, this is, in fact, going to be a full lock guaranteed. He has left arrestor in hand, so going to go and call that to rear guard circle. And, yeah, that's going to be a full lock. Unless for whatever reason he doesn't have a right arrestor left, which he definitely should. Oh my God,
Is he out?
He doesn't. No way.
No.
Wait, 1 right arrestor there? Oh
Are they in
my God, they're all in his drop? He has 2 in drop? Oh my God, he has 1 in his hand. He has 2 in drop, 1 in damage, and 1 in hand. Oh my God, that sucks. He doesn't even get a single lock. That is so unfortunate. He even took 5 damage, assuming that he can get the full lock off. So that is not going to be good for our kind lad Liri. A very, very unfortunate misplay to happen. Oh, he rode 1. That's right, there's 1 in his soul. Oh my God. That's
terrible.
That is very unfortunate. Hey, lesson for all you guys out there. Know what cards are out. At least he's doing it in a free-to-enter tournament. Good God, though. That is just so unfortunate to see. Good Lord. But either way, he's going to have to deal with guarding all of these attacks. Should not be a problem. Yeah, he has that Masquerade in hand and on field. But mainly in hand, so he is going to be able to get that. Ooh, he's going to get that Blaster Dark back. He might just want to take this just to have 2 counterblasts for this next turn. Yeah, because I don't think he has another Curse Lancer out, so he wants to be able to utilize that in the main to get 1 more Swordbreaker skill to go off, and then still have that counterblast available to use the Mordred skill. So I'm assuming we're going to see a Mordred ride here, calling a Blaster Dark, see that Masquerade to call the other Blaster Dark from drop, call that bad boy in, use the Swordbreaker skill, like I said, and this should be a pretty strong turn. So here, everything that's I'm saying coming into play here. There goes that force marker. Should have a Blaster Dark in hand. If not, we'll see that Masquerade come from hand, the grade 1 Masquerade.
And we're once again in the same situation where he has no soul for Shiryuki.
Yep. So there's the Blaster Dark. Oh yeah, there's a Masquerade on field. I forgot about that. And there's another force marker.
Another one.
He has a Blaster Dark in hand for sure. So the main being called out. Going to use the main just to call the Swordbreaker out most likely. I know he's going to battle phase. I guess I was wrong. I guess he doesn't have a Blaster Dark. That was just my bad then. And this is funny because he's swinging for the 10k column, and it's literally you have to guard this, or else you just take a damage.
Well, he doesn't have the counterblast for it anymore.
Oh, you're right. My brain's small. So 2 to pass. Let's see what he does. Going to have to find a crit or something in the main, and crit. There it is. Everything going? He should have... Oh, why did he? I was thinking we'd see a crit. Yeah, no, that's okay. So he's just going to go swing at rear guard. That's okay. Relieve some of the pressure. He does have 8 cards in hand, so he's not super worried. And we know from now on out he cannot full lock no matter what. So, and he dropped the Zengeki to the field, but there's another one. So this could potentially be scary. We have seen a couple of crits and heals come out. So we know he has at least 2 or 3 grade 0s in hand. So this should be a pretty simple PG. Yep. And if he double whiffs, that's pretty much game. Yeah, that's almost going to be guaranteed a game. That's an intercept and the crit trigger in hand. So he can guard this full field. I think he has a Masquerade in hand as well. So this should be an easy intercept. Okay, he doesn't have Masquerade. That's why he's guarding with the non-Blaster Dark. And he's just going to go ahead and pass turn. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, easy intercept.
For that.
Throw in soul, search for Tsurugi. Does he have the soul now? He
does have the soul
2
now.
cards in soul. Okay, so we should be able to see this come on out. So we are going to see the Tsurugi for this turn. I don't know if it's going to be a rewrite. I actually don't know. I don't have any knowledge of grade 3s in this man's hand. It might even be better if he has the Mordred to call it to rear guard. But it depends if he has that Masquerade. Yeah, I think that's exactly what he's thinking about. I think he's debating between rewriting the Mordred or using it as a rear guard. Just because I don't think he has a lot of other tools to throw on the rear guard. And he wants to make sure he's hitting good numbers. Because a Mordred on rear guard is swinging for 18, which does hit numbers against Zengeki. And because he has the left arrestor out, he needs to make use of it. And since he has no counterblasts, you know, he's not too worried about... Okay. So let's see if he has a way to counter charge. Because if he does... If he has a Curse Lancer in hand, this is a very different turn. Because he can wipe board... Alright, I'm really curious what he's doing here.
I think no matter what, he's going to get Shiryuki'd. So maybe he's trying to account for that.
I think he's going to call that same grade 2 out. Yeah, so it's a 15k attack. So he's swinging this at Vanguard. He does not have a counterblast available. So I'm assuming he's going to swing that at rear guard. But he doesn't even hit. See, he has to hit a trigger here. Oh, wait.
He's not going to Shiryuki.
Wait, does he not have a Shiryuki? There's a Shiryuki on rear guard.
I know he called one, but he might not have...
Maybe he just assumed that he was going to have enough soul to use a Shiryuki later. He doesn't have a Shiryuki. 35k, can he guard it? Oh, he can't.
He's got the
PG. So maybe he wants to Shiryuki aggressively. I don't know why he'd want to. Or, oh, okay, I think I know what it is. I think he knew he had enough cards to fully guard everything. And if he Shiryuki'd, he wouldn't have a Zengeki in soul. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. So he wanted to make sure that he has this turn with full effect. So he wants to use Zengeki's skill to its fullest. This should guarantee the win unless he's able to get a really nice heal trigger on 6. Because I don't think he has 4. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Oh, no. It's the same situation as last game. Or the game 1, I think.
Yeah, so this is going to have to be a heal trigger. And he's going to have a crit trigger in hand. Double heal trigger?
Are we going to see the same thing happen again?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. He has
he's got
enough.
Wow.
Oh, no, he doesn't. Okay, the left arrestor attack was still there. Very, very close game. But Liri barely squeaking it out. That was a phenomenal decision